Hi golfers, Pat Gorman here. Just finished up a workout, and part of my workout is doing a number of rehearsals, keying on a couple of the key fields that I need to always be focused on every day. So thus, I thought, well, wait a minute now, if I wear different colored shoes, I can try to help emphasize the importance of good footwork. And what this all boils down to is becoming a better ball striker, meaning we are compressing the golf ball much more consistently. And that's the number one factor to playing better golf and just enjoying the game a lot more is compression. And it's amazing how when you compress the ball better, you start to hit it a little straighter. There's a lot less curving to the ball. So what I want to show you is a great indoor drill. Real simply, this is something you should be polishing the fundamentals of good footwork and knowing that it's ball first, divot second. So this is representing where the ball would be, divot second. And I'll ask this to a lot of students who are suffering from poor contact, even beginners. I'll challenge them. I'll say, just imagine if we had a bet. And I said, I'll give you a $10 bill every time you could brush the turf past the golf ball. But you'd have to give me 20 every time you hit back here or you miss the ball or miss the ground. And so what I want to do is give the immediate picture of, okay, if we're standing 50-50, we're at address. And I know I'm going to get a $10 bill for every time I can brush the turf over here. Would our weight stay 50-50? Would it go backwards? Or would we want to go forward, more on our front foot? And I think all of you can see option 3 is the best one. If I'm throwing a ball, I want to get on my front foot and I want to finish to my target. And so part of this is understanding the importance of not getting so locked in on that thing on the ground. It's about, how do I swing this through this area, brushing the turf, that's the goal, to my target, keeping that flow. It's really easy to get sucked into, oh, there's the ball. I've got to hit the ball. And that becomes all encompassing, the most important thing about your entire setup routine and swing. Whereas if you just had the ball as one little part of your entire routine of coming from behind the ball, rehearsal, I come in here, I'm swinging, I'm taking good turf, and I'm going to my target. You keep that flow to it, and you just keep the ball in its perspective. That's just one little part of my entire process of making a swing, brushing the turf to my target. So here would be the simple drill. So we set up, and I would say just start with small swings, maybe a 30-40 yard pitch shot. And again, the goal here is that I want to brush this. And just getting that sound. Having a good sound is very important to striking good shots. And now notice what my back foot is doing. That's why I've got the different colored shoes on. If I know I have to brush the turf over here, I get that pretend $10 bill. It's very important that my back foot is using the ground to push into my front leg and to my target. Very important. Now a little bit longer. Good ball strikers have very good footwork. You want to see a good ball striker go in the tank? You take away their footing. Take the best players in the world, you take away their footing, they aren't going to be such a good ball striker anymore. That's how important good footwork is and the sequence of how you use the ground. Now a little bit longer swing where I feel like I'm getting a little hinge here. Okay, I've got to react now. My goal is not the ball, it's brushing the turf over here. So knowing I have to do that, I'm going to push off that right foot. I'm going to let the right ankle roll in. Jack Nicklaus was taught that way back in the day. Let the right ankle roll in so we know we can brush the turf to the target. And do these slowly. You want to swing with the purpose that what is absolute number one is I want to brush the turf, pass the ball. That's the goal. And I'll guarantee you, folks, if this leading edge is shaving blades, brushing blades, the ball has to hit up here in the middle sweet spot part of the golf club. It goes up in the air, feels pretty good, and the game's a ton more fun. So this is the drill. Go slow, like I've always said in many videos, to get the feel first, but change your perception of what is the goal of swinging this. And I want to make sure I'm always focused on it's a nice fluid motion. From the time I have a good picture in my mind, I do a rehearsal, I step up, nice flow to the waggle, I go, I'm brushing turf to my target. And when you have that mindset that I'm just swinging this through that area, I'm brushing turf, I'm going to my target, you're going to be amazed how much better your golf shots get. It feels better, and it's just a lot more fun, and that's the bottom line. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave those below. Thank you, subscribers, and all of you who share my videos. It is so much appreciated. Until that next golf shot, enjoy the process of improving.